Pack your bags and don't forget your passport, bros. We have a direct flight to Love Island. That's right, today's topic, passport bros, the pros, the cons, and its impact on Western women and its culture. Let's sail into it. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to all of our listeners and viewers today. Thank you guys so much for joining us once again. If you are a return viewer, we want to thank you so much once again for your loyalty and your support. And if you're brand new to this podcast, welcome. This is Prayerdise Podcast, a podcast co-created and co-hosted by yours truly. My name is Tokamoto, and joining us all the way from Cebu, Philippines, my co-host and co-creator of the show as well, Queen TV.
Hi, it's me again. Hi, everyone. Welcome back to the podcast. We're here again.
Yes. Episode 6.
Yes. Wow. I can't believe we're like in episode 6 now. Wow.
Yeah. Absolutely exciting.
To those who haven't watched the episode 1 to 5, guys, go check out. Head to our homepage, and you will see there.
Yes, please. Please do so. We greatly appreciate everybody's support here, and I personally really appreciate Queen and all of the effort and time that she's been putting into this podcast as well. So we're putting a lot into it for you guys, so please show us some love, and we greatly appreciate it. Yeah.
Yes, the appreciation to this guy who made it all possible. He's doing all the edits. So let's go.
Yeah, I realized I realized last week I could edit in one day, so that's awesome. That's cool.
I know.
We'll episode in one day. Yeah. Yeah. How has your week been? I know you had some events recently.
Yes,
That was pretty fun.
Busy and pretty much good. But aside from I have a pimple right here, so excuse me if you see this.
Okay.
Yeah, that's just
okay.
it. Yeah,
I had one in last week's episode.
Oh yeah, you have to.
Right here, yeah. It's kind of going away. It's almost gone.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah. Other than that, you went to a wedding convention, right? Your second one.
Yeah, it's a bridal fair, and it's a really a nice event, fashion show of all those designers from Cebu.
Okay.
Yeah, you might want to check that out, guys. On Instagram, you can shameless plug.
Yeah, I saw your story on Instagram. She was walking on the catwalk like a model, looking up like.
Yeah.
Striking the pose. Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. I'm glad you're having a good week and a good month. It's pretty awesome that we're going.
How about you yourself?
Yeah, just working, keeping busy like always. Yeah, pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, work was kind of hectic this weekend. We had a tournament and 2 parties at one time, so we had to do both things at once.
Wow.
Yeah, it was crazy. A little bit of drama happened, but
Drama?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, well, speaking of drama, what we have today's podcast. It's in the title.
Topic.
Wow, guys, this will be a long podcast. I think. Yes.
Long episode today.
Drama on it. You might wanna say what's the topic for today.
Yep, I mean, you guys watched the stinger. It's pretty clear. Today's topic is about the passport bro trend that is going on recently. We kind of get into depth of where it comes from, why it started, and we have a bunch of notes here to read for you, and we're ready to dive into it. So real fast before we get started, Queen, for you, Queen, what is the definition of a passport bro?
Passport bro?
For you,
God, I did not
personally.
Research for this. Okay, passport bros are men who are from other country. That's just it. That's just it. They have passport. They go here, and then that's it.
Yeah. Pretty much.
Yeah. How
I
about
think I
you?
wrote down.
Mhm.
Yeah, I wrote down a little like more in-depth analysis of that. I just put a Western man who has given up on dating life and the Western culture, taking search in relationships with women in other cultures who still embrace traditional wife and marriage roles.
Wow.
Yes.
It's more like deeper than my own definition of passport
No,
bros. But yeah.
No, everybody's got different definitions, and we're all correct. Like nobody's wrong. You know what I mean? But yeah, so that's basically what I wrote here. Is I think it's very clear that passport bros are these men that are leaving their countries to go look for other women in other cultures and other countries. I think it's very clear that they're doing so because there's an issue specifically happening in the country that they grew up in, they're raised from. There's definitely an epidemic happening at the moment, and it's turned into a trend. Yeah. And the sad
word
thing is
epidemic. Wow.
Epidemic. Yeah. And the sad thing is, these men are kind of being demonized for doing so, as if what they're doing is wrong, or as if it's kind of betraying women in their culture.
Okay.
How do you feel about that there?
A mix of I feel sorry for the women from the West who experience this kind of stuff. Like they think that other countries, like especially Asia, were taking their men, which is
Right.
not really, but it's what's happening right now.
Yeah.
Men from the West go to Asia, to other countries to find love, to find women that they dream of. I mean,
Yeah.
ideal women. And I think also it's unfair for those women who are from the West who are really nice and has a wife traits, but then because labeled as they're not good enough. That's why your men fly out from other countries. Like, oh.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha. Yeah. I see. I understand. Yeah. Do you kind of see it becoming a trend on TikTok on this subject, or do you think that it's more of something that was kind of happening in secret, and then all of a sudden a light came, out of the shadows to kind of expose it for what it is, expose for lack of a better term?
I should say it's not a secret anymore. I mean, kind of trend. I saw some videos on TikTok that women from the West, they're like kind of angry and like, why are these women like taking out our men?
Yeah.
Blah blah blah. There's a lot of like that, but also I don't like how they talk about, especially for Asians, because they it's more like what's this like it's like a racist thing, because they always they said oh no, those women who speak a little English, who doesn't have education. I'm like, wait. Wait a minute.
Who cares? Like,
no,
Western,
it's not like that.
Western women and modern women in general usually have educations, and they're fortunately, the sad thing is they are the women that are loneliest right now. Because men don't care about that. We don't care if you have an education. We care if you're a very caring and loving, partner to us. That's all we care about. At the end of the day. Yeah.
Okay, that's all you cared for. That's why a lot of passport bros are coming to Asia.
Yeah, I think it's
because
pretty clear.
You think that women from Asia are like that.
Generally, probably, I believe so. I think, especially in the Philippines as well. I know that you were talking to me about it before. The Philippines is kind of hot spot for that, for the passport bro.
Traditional, we're more traditional here. We still believe in marriage. I mean the holiness of marriage.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's awesome. I mean, that's how it should be. Unfortunately,
it should be.
The Western culture, the Western world, even kind of seeping into, not even kind of seeping into Europe. Europe's kind of suffering from it as well. They're losing those values. It's slowly turning to something that it shouldn't be, unfortunately. Yeah. Do you feel like these women who are getting upset at the men leaving their country to be with other women, do you feel like it's merited, like it's a justice anger, or do you feel like it's kind of a little bit of jealousy, or maybe even a little bit of resentment towards both parties?
I think it goes to like kind of insecure, and also lack of kind of self-love. Because if you love yourself, why would you compare? Why would you ask like validation for other women? Like, oh no,
Yeah.
we're the best. We're the like the 10. But then why are they don't they comparing themselves to other women who are beautiful, and like they don't do anything like for them. I mean,
Right.
why would you say something like that? I mean, it goes up to like like insecure, maybe, like the behavior is like that. Like I'm not surprised that men from the west like fly out here, because like their behavior speaks it all.
Yeah.
Men will not gonna fly out or find another woman who is more feminine, more traditional, more like like who respects. Okay, that's the best part of it. Like, who respects the man? Like,
Yeah.
them telling like I've seen TikToks that they said like, I don't need men. And then they criticize those men who are passport bros. They call it, oh, they're like, what's this, like, they're ugly, they look like less of a
Wow.
guy. That's why they fly out to find a woman
Right.
who can accept them. I'm like, wait,
Wow.
like, why
That's
would you do
crazy.
that? It's
Yeah, that's
crazy.
crazy.
I've seen it on the internet. I'm like, where is this girls coming from? Why do they have this kind of behavior? You know?
Right. Yeah, you kind of touched upon like the core issue where this kind of stemmed from, but could you kind of evaluate more for me? Do you feel like the passport bro issue or tradition, whatever you want to call it, or, I'm sorry, trend, whatever you want to call it, do you feel like these women kind of brought that upon themselves, or do you think that it was a natural kind of flow with the social media world that we live in now?
I
Or
think
maybe a bit of both.
it's. Oh yeah, I think it's both. I mean, social media has a lot of impact when it comes to influencing people. Like, you can just
Yeah.
like swipe and then like watch it for how many seconds, and then it will gonna stay in your brain, and like, oh, oh yeah, I think this is the right one. Like, maybe the men here are not good. That's why they're like flying out. I mean, they're not like,
Right.
we deserve more, we deserve better. But then how you look at it is like, men and women should have equal, how you look at women and how you look at men are like kind of the same. You don't need to say like, oh, I don't need a man in my life because I can do this, I can do
Right.
that, I can provide myself. But hey, like Adam and Eve, like they need each other.
Yeah.
Like they're
It's
both
true.
on earth, not because of like, because we need each other. That's just it. Yeah.
Right, exactly. Yeah, I don't like when either men or women say like, "Oh, I don't need a woman, I don't need a man in my life."
I don't
It's
need a
like,
man.
yeah, it's good that you're in a situation in your life where you feel like you're independent and you can take care of yourself. That's great. That's awesome. At the end of the day, I think just humans are very social creatures, very social, beings. So to say that, you're kind of denying, being human, kind of, if that makes
I
sense.
know. Like, why,
Yeah.
why would you refuse to have men in your life when they can be then maybe they can make your life easy, like lifting up something that's heavy, or like something
Chopping the
like
wood.
that. Maybe chopping the wood.
Chopping
Why
the
there's wood? Do you live in the woods?
Quick story. One of the most manliest times I ever felt was
Okay.
I had a group of friends over for a bonfire, right?
Oh,
And
okay.
my buddy and I went out to like a little bit further away from the backyard to find wood, right? And because they chopped down this huge tree next to my house in the backyard, and there was a bunch of wood that was just there for free, right? So what I did was I grabbed two pieces, and then I had another third one kicking it to the oops, I kicked the camera. Yeah, I had a third one kicking it to like where we were going, and then all the girls were like clapping and like
Wow.
saying like woo. I was like, oh yeah.
Hercules.
No.
See?
But that was
I
pretty
mean,
awesome.
let man be a man and let woman be a woman. I mean,
Yeah.
don't try hard to be someone who is like masculine in this society, because like in feminine way, it's nice to have someone. I mean, man in our life, really,
Yeah,
especially
absolutely.
when you want to get married one day.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, we have to kind of kill this thought process of, oh, we're better than the other sex, we're better than the other person. It's like, no, we need to
It's
kill that as soon
happening.
as possible.
No, it's
We need to put a stop to
happening
that. Yeah.
all over the internet. They're influencing these little girls who are just like, teenagers. They're teaching them to, oh, you're better without men. You're better.
Mhm.
Are you sure of that?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, nobody's denying that you can take care of yourself. It's just like we need each other. We need
Yeah.
each other at the end of the day. We can't live life without a partner, unfortunately.
True.
It's not healthy. It's not mentally healthy. It's just not.
Mhm. Mhm.
So, guys, real quick, all the notes that we have here today, other than May's side notes that she wrote for us, she made me. Okay, not made me. She encouraged me. She encouraged me to just, since it's about men's kind of sides of things, she encouraged me to kind of write down all of today's notes. So all of these notes are coming from strictly directly from me, and I think May kind of learned. You kind of learned a lot about like
I learned a lot. You
yeah,
had history going on, so
yeah,
without further, go ahead. You might
yeah.
wanna read those on your notes.
Yeah, absolutely. So we heard your definition of like why these men are leaving these women for other women in other cultures, and I wrote here, why are these men walking away from Western world dating? And I put, Western women have rejected the traditional relationship wife role as causing men to search outside of America for women that strive, thrive, and embrace traditional marriage roles. And I think that's very true. I think that's super true. Here in America, at least, as many good stories as you hear and how awesome it is to live here and stuff like that, it's not all it's cracked up to be sometimes. There's a lot of silent suffering happening for men, and a lot of turmoil that we're kind of going through at the moment. And I think a lot of it has to do with how women are being taught to treat men at the moment, to be honest. Yeah. So I think that has a lot to do with them kind of turning their back on Western culture and Western women and searching elsewhere across the world for something that's a lot more feasible for what they're looking for. Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, so that's what we got.
Okay, I'm just gonna listen to his, like, what's his, what he wanna say about this Passport Pro going on there, because like it's in America. I know, I've seen podcasts that they talk about Passport Pros, and it's always women who keeps on like doing like their own opinion about it, and I just wanna hear from you.
Yeah, I
just
mean,
wanna hear.
I think if you feel like you can't connect with people of your culture and especially the opposite sex because you're looking for a partner to basically live the rest of your life with, and you're trying to create a very healthy and strong marriage with somebody, but it keeps getting rejected and denied and pushed to the side for other things, I think it's a pretty natural reaction to want to leave and go somewhere else to look for somebody who has everything you're looking for. Yeah, I think it's a natural thing, and not to sound rude or to sound mean, but I honestly think Western women kind of place that on themselves, by allowing things into their lives that are completely damaging to their psyche, completely damaging to their own, lifestyle, and into the men that are around them. It's very damaging, very damaging ideologies, and I think they're seeing the result of that now. You know, I think they're kind of starting to wake up a little bit and realize, like, oh, hold on, like, maybe we're on the wrong side of history at the moment. Yeah.
Okay, I have a question. Quick question. Okay.
Yeah,
Based
absolutely.
on your experience, like dating Western women, like give us like how how it is, like, you know, or are you dating someone who's like that, like, you know, like more like kind of pushing you away, and that made you think that, oh, I'm gonna be dating somewhere else because, you know, like
Right.
here it's not okay. I mean, based on your experience, yes.
Western, I definitely have seen a lot of Western women. I've been on a few dates with a few of them, and they are sometimes it almost seems like there's nothing behind the eyes. I know it sounds kind of weird. It's almost like there's nothing behind the eyes, like they have no soul or passion. I know it's harsh to say. I know. But it's kind of true. It's like you're talking to them, and sometimes they're just like staring at you, or they want to like talk over you all the time and like constantly go, like talk really fast, and I can't even get like 2 sentences out sometimes.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
It's bad.
See, guys, it's important to have eye contact.
Yes.
The eye
absolutely.
contact, like, I mean, eye is the window to your soul.
Yeah.
Really, yeah, it's a window to your soul. So if you're talking to someone that you like on a date,
Right.
eyes, and really they
Yeah.
have. I mean, I'm not from US, so I know, like, wow, that's new to us. Hey, thank you for sharing that. Okay,
Yeah.
what else?
That's just one example there. Another example is I think I already shared this story with you guys. You know, going on a date with a woman who kind of seemed like she was jumping from man to man to man to man, figuring out who has like the biggest bank account, you know, so that she could stop working and and focus only on, you know, being a stay-at-home mom, which is great, but it's like she wanted it done right away as opposed to building that kind of life with somebody throughout time. You know, she wanted it basically like a light,
In a
turn
snap.
on and off. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. So there's that as well. Something else that I noticed too is, like, for some reason, a lot of ghosting for reasons I have no idea. Like I'll talk to a woman and everything's going great. It's going awesome for like 2 weeks, and then all of a sudden they're just gone. Right?
Crew.
Yeah. Yeah, that's very normal here in the U.S. and
I mean-
it's just disrespectful. It's like,
Here too. I mean, in Philippines too. Like it goes out here too. Like the ghosting thing. I myself had that before, but it was not from a Filipino guy. It's from an American guy, and I'm like, whoa, okay. He's gone for like a week, like not texting, talking, and then like you're gonna come back and nothing's happened. Like, hey, how are you? I'm like, huh?
Right.
Are you okay? Wow,
yeah,
everything
you can't-
okay?
Yeah, you can't do that to people. You can't expect them to just jump out of their seat and, you know, entertain you in the moment that you want them to. You have to either be all in or be all out, you know. Yeah. Actually, this weekend, one of the guys that plays at our course, he was talking to this girl, right?
Okay.
And the next day, he came up to us. He was like, "Hey, like, I lost her. Like, I fumbled it." I was like, "What? What do you mean?" And then he showed me a text that she sent him, and she was just telling him like, "Yeah, I'm not where I need to be in life right now, and I would feel bad about this and this and that, right?" And he was kind of like bummed out about it. But I told him, I was like, "Hey, at least she had the respect to reach
Text.
out, you know."
Yeah, reach out.
Yeah, like look at it that way. Like she respected you enough and cared about you enough to just be honest with you. So I think we need more of that, you know. So respect to her for sure. Like, thank you. I don't think she's listening to this, but if you're out there, you know, thank you for treating my buddy like that. That was very respectful. And women, please take notes. Men too, take notes. No more
Men
ghosting
too.
people.
Yeah, no more ghosting. Like if
Yeah.
you don't really feel like, you know, okay, this is not going nowhere. I don't see, like, you know, or maybe you're discouraged of some stuff, but just tell it. Just tell it.
Yeah.
Don't leave someone hanging.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Wondering what's wrong with her is really
Yeah.
okay.
Absolutely. So the next point here is what caused the Western role rejection by women. What do you think? What?
Maybe I'll ask you that because you're you're the one from the West, and
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, so this is kind of where it gets a little bit historical, and this is just a theory. I could be completely wrong, but this is just from like a historical timeline. This is what I see that happened. I think during the 1960s, we had the sexual revolution, basically opening like a sexual awakening for women here in the U.S. So what I wrote here is the sexual revolution in the 1960s opened up to women and played a huge part in its liberation of women's sexual awakening. This awakening has escalated year after year, and in the early 2010s through present day has increased and evolved with the rise of social media and feminist viewpoints that promote unrealistic lifestyles and relationship standards with and from men. Yeah.
Social media has a lot of,
yes.
like it affects a lot.
Right. Yeah. And I think we kind of talked about it before, like the feminist movement that kind of took place from like it was always there, right, in the background, but it was always kind of really quiet. Then all of a sudden during like the 2009s to 2010s to now, it started building up and getting louder. The only thing is that it wasn't what it is back then, right? So what's being pushed as like feminist viewpoints today is very man-hating. It's very, we're above men, but back then it was always like for women's rights, right? It was always like the right to vote, the right to drive, the right to a better education, the right to better jobs, stuff like that. Like that stuff was awesome. Like that was great. I'm all for that. But what it is now today is like very, like I said, it's it went from equality to taking over, Yeah. So
it's true. It's happening now. I can see that.
Yeah.
Not just in West, but also in some countries, like also in Asia. Yeah.
I see that too. Also in that culture as well. But that's kind of what's happening, and with the rise of social media on top of that, those feminist viewpoints, the damaging ones, because there's good sides and there's bad sides, but it's for some reason it's the bad side that's taking over and kind of being promoted the most, and I think that has a lot to do with the fact that these women are being kind of told like you're oppressed when they're not, and men are above you when they're not. It's like, you know what I mean, if that makes sense. And I think over time that kind of subconsciously got into the majority of Western women's heads, and now they kind of have this.
They're acting it now like, we're at 10. We're at 10.
Exactly.
Why would we date someone who's like this and like that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's my theory. That's where I believe that this kind of stemmed from. And what I wrote here is this in return is creating a division between men and women due to a misidentification of equality and demonizing the traditional marriage relationship roles. Yeah, that's all.
What can I say more? Because like all of these are like true.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's so sad. Like a lot of women will speak out against it and be like, well, how do you know we're just not better off without men, or how do you know we're just not like for example what you said, the liberation thing. Well, it's fine to be liberated, but you can't allow it to attack other people and what they live for, you know what I mean?
True.
If that makes sense.
Yes. Of course.
So the second point after that is these ideologies are indoctrinating women into treating men as lessers and tools who cater to their own needs only.
It should not be like that. I feel sorry for the men. Sorry, man.
Unfortunately, that's kind of what's happening now. It's like we are to cater to women's needs only, as opposed to partners taking care of each other throughout a lifetime. Yeah. Yeah, so those are my 2 cents and my theory of where I believe it came from. What is your take on that, Heidi? Like, do you feel like that's kind of like there's some truth to it, or do you think that there's some holes there? Like,
there's like, of course, there's truth there. I mean, there are women who thinks about like they have like this high standard, but then how they are, they're not even like okay, they think they're 10, but they're not like even on a half of it. That's just they're more like full of themselves, but then they don't really what's this what do you call evaluate themselves, like, am I really doing like a wifey material or a girlfriend material to begin with? Because like maybe those women who are keep asking for validation for a lifestyle, for finances, their lack of what's this like self like a soul on it, like they forget also that it's like more on godly thing, like you have to be grounded, not say things about other people, and just look at them as like low and you're here. No.
Right. Absolutely.
Yes.
Yeah, I think anybody that's doing that to anybody for any reason, it's like you have no right to do that, in my opinion.
True.
Me as a man, I have no right to say I'm better than a woman. Like, where's my evidence for that?
I think
it's like we are. Okay.
Yeah.
No, it's okay.
No, you go ahead.
No, it's okay.
Okay, I think no man wants to be treated like less of a human. At least, yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, absolutely. But like I was saying, it's I have no right to say I'm better than a woman, because first of all, it's not true. We're all humans at the end of the day. It's just we have different roles in life. We have different callings and goals. And I think it stems. I think you kind of hit it on the nail. You hit the nail on the head there. You said it comes from like godly, like ordained type of callings. Yeah, absolutely. I think that's what it is. Unfortunately, especially here in America, those things, the godly foundation that America was built on, is being completely destroyed. Every day. It's like they're taking away, godly traditions, and they're taking away, even America itself is being demonized for certain things. It's like guys, that was the past. Why can't we learn from it and be better?
Yes.
Like, think about it like a relationship. If you think about it like a relationship, like let's say you're dating somebody for a long time and they made a mistake in the past. Are you going to hold on to that forever, or are you going to learn to forgive them and move on with it? You know what I mean?
And move on, because
Right.
we're not perfect. I mean, we commit mistakes, and we just
Right.
like learn from it.
Yeah.
But don't stick like forever on that.
Right. Exactly.
Just move on.
Yeah. It's like you could remember it, but forgive it, and learn from that lesson, and not do it again. Yeah, absolutely.
True.
So that's my 2 cents to people who are like, they hate their own country and stuff like that. It's like, guys, every country has a dark history.
True.
Every country has a dark history. It's like, just you have to acknowledge it and move on from it, and don't do it again. Don't let history repeat itself.
True.
Yeah, that's all. Yeah. Next question is, how is the passport bro trend hurting Western women? Do you have any thoughts on that, or any ideas for that one?
I think it's more like their ego for the girls. Like, why? Like, we're pretty. Like, they always say that. I always saw it on TikTok.
Yeah.
We're pretty. We have like nice body, sexy.
Right.
I mean, why? So for them to say that, like, they're less of a man. They can't win. They can't win on us. That's why they go to another country to win, to have a cheaper. Like, they always say that, like, cheaper girls. Like, that doesn't sound good. like a cheaper life and a cheaper. Wait.
Right.
I don't
Well, it's
agree
like,
on that when they tell, like, oh, maybe because they're convenient, they're cheaper, they're like that. Maybe, like,
right.
yeah, when it comes to value of money, third world country is like cheaper. But hey,
Mm.
we love it here. We
Yeah.
we provide. I mean, like, we we eat what you eat.
Mm. Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not a big difference other than like the country's economic
Yeah,
standpoint.
the
Other than
economic.
that,
Yeah.
yeah.
And
Other
it's
than
so
that,
sad.
everything's pretty much the same, like same food and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Same, pretty close to the same culture as far as you guys have cell phones and stuff like. It's like it's very similar
Yeah.
nowadays. Yeah.
And to think that they're gonna call us uneducated, speak
Yeah.
little English, go to the Philippines.
Yeah.
Go to the
You know what's
Philippines and
funny?
you'll know.
What's funny is I'm pretty sure America is very low on the education standard right now. Like very low. Very low. And it
Really?
makes sense too. It makes sense. I mean, if you think about it, all
Yeah.
these people coming out of college and
Wow. They call us, we can speak a little English, but hey, that's not our first language, but we learned from it.
right.
I speak three, by the way.
Ooh.
I speak three.
Yeah, can you do that, Western women? I'm
Wow.
sure
No,
there's
no,
some
no,
that
we're
can,
not,
but
we're not gonna start a fight.
I know I'm joking. I know I'm joking. It's a
But
joke.
really, like,
I'm
just
teasing.
to
Teasing.
just to give you guys, stop hating women who are, just being a woman, and
Mm. Yeah.
focus on yourself, on improving yourself. If you
Right.
think that you can't have a guy that you really want in life, maybe evaluate yourself. Oh, am I doing the right deeds? Am I showing or too much, or speaking too much? Evaluate
Mm.
yourself. That's the thing. Don't put words to other women who are not who
Yeah.
are not doing anything from you.
Yeah, well,
That's
I
just
don't know
it.
why they're saying it's cheap. I mean, maybe it's realistic. Maybe you guys are trying to ask for a lifestyle that men can't provide or don't want to provide because they want to provide it for a woman who's above and beyond the respect and
Yeah.
loyalty that you're going to give them. Because like I keep saying, nowadays, especially in Western culture, nowadays marriages and relationships are transactional. I'm going to
True.
love you if you have this. I'm going to love you if you bring this to the table. It's like that's not love, first of all, and these women think that is love.
Yeah.
It's like are you deserving of my love? I don't know, am I a good person enough to love? Can you see my heart's in the right place and taking care of people who aren't even my priority to take care of? Like, does that make me eligible for love, or does my bank account make me eligible for love? You know what I mean? Like so it's like these Western women have priorities very mixed up and very unrealistic right now.
Yeah.
And it's not okay. It's not good for anybody. Yeah. Yeah. So my little bullet points here for that question there is how is this trend hurting Western women? Is
Okay.
they're being chosen over and, or I guess under. They're being chosen over and replaced by women from other countries. Right. There's one. Yeah. No, don't apologize. Like I said, it's the question is, are they doing it to themselves?
Yeah.
Are they allowing social media and society to tell them how to live as a woman? Are they allowing those things? Are they good for you? And is it okay to allow those things into your life? Second point is it is creating an epidemic of loneliness in women alongside the pre-existing men's loneliness epidemic. So for the past, I want to say 10 or 5 years, there's been an outcry of lonely men in Western culture.
Okay.
Yeah, they have no friends. They only go to work and back home. They have no relationships, anything like that. And it stems back to these Western women, how they're treating men, right? Well, now it's kind of flip-flopping. Like, they're kind of seeing these women are becoming lonely now and looking for men, and they can't find them because of
They're
a lot
flying
of
now.
yeah, yeah, because they're leaving, and
They're like
also
passport
because
bros.
yeah, and also like I kind of told you, we had our little private conversation yesterday.
Yes.
Remember I told you about the whole like Me
Oh,
Too
yeah.
movement and stuff like that? Yeah.
Mm-hmm,
Yeah. So men are approaching these women. They have no desire to talk to them because they're afraid that if they do anything, their livelihood is gonna be completely erased and taken away from a woman's claims, whether they're true or false. So that's happening as well. So that's causing loneliness in women as well as loneliness in men that was already there. Yeah.
Wow.
Crazy.
Crazy world.
Yeah.
When it's just like, before it's just like, oh, I want to find someone, a girl and a man in my life. But now it's like, it's like, oh, okay, no,
Yeah,
okay,
exactly.
back.
Exactly. Yeah. It says here, it is decreasing their chances of having children in the long run. So like I think it's scientifically proven that the older a woman gets, the less likely she's able to have children. And so these women they're waiting a long time to look for a man, and to the point where it's almost like they're losing their chances of having children later on in life, or having children at an older age, which can cause complications in the children, right? So that's another way that it's hurting women as well. And then they are losing the desire to become wives and mothers, and their desirability in being chosen as wives, i.e. losing value as a woman, based off of their actions and reactions to men. So that's why I wrote there. Yeah.
You put a lot of notes on it. Yeah, okay.
Yes. Yeah, before we started recording, we were like, this is going to be a long episode.
Yeah, this is, almost 1 hour now, so.
Yeah, 44 minutes, yeah.
Yeah.
So out of those bullet points that I mentioned there, is there anything that you kind of heard or kind of picked up on that you feel like is either incorrect or misconstrued or anything like that?
I think how I see it on television, on the internet, they're true. They're true. They're like what you put on there are like true, based on what I see. And I'm not from America, so I don't really feel and experience it myself. But the way that's the good side of social media. I mean, you can see the bad side and the good side of it. So, yeah, they're true. They're true. They're happening.
Yeah, I believe so too as well. I think it's very clear. We see the evidence of kind of the result of these women coming out of colleges, or even hearing things on social media. We're seeing the result of what that brings to the table. You can't just expect to be a woman and expect a man to have an X amount of money in his bank account, or be this amount of tall and this figure or whatever. You can't expect that. And then on top of that, when you're asked, okay, what do you bring to the relationship? What do you bring to the marriage? And your only answer is myself. Like, I'm sorry, that's not a good enough answer.
Okay. I'm gonna ask you. Okay, let me ask you this. What can you bring to the table?
Me, like right now? As myself? Or are you talking about just men in general?
Just men. I mean, in general. Just speak for the men in general. Okay, what man can offer to the table? Like the real man.
I mean, we should be able to provide for our families, protect our family. We should be able to, fix any issue that pops up in the household. Be there for our wives when they need it, emotionally, mentally, physically, spiritually, everything.
Wow.
Make sure our children are being, taught and raised in a good home. Be very gentle with them, but also, correct them when they need to be corrected. Stuff like that.
Okay, to all the girls who are watching, I know, like, I'll give you an insight of how we look at passport bros from Philippines. Okay, I'm speaking for the women, because mostly, guys, if you follow me on TikTok, I have my niche there is about like dating a femme. A femme is an wait, American, a foreign. Wait, I forgot what's ANAFAM, but like they're like foreigners that are based here in Philippines. We call them AFAM. So that's my niche there. So I got a lot of those messages that because I'm telling them like where to find these like foreign men, like where's the good dating app that you can find. And then most of them are like telling, I'm tired of dating Filipinos, I'm tired of this and that, I want to date someone who's a foreign or an AFAM, because we know that they can take care of us, they can provide for us, and they love differently. So I think the women can really like agree on me on that. Okay, so how we see it is that but also this is coming from me, who's like I've been told to, like, some Western women would join my live stream before. They were just gonna say like, oh, you guys are Filipinos, you only need green card, you just want to be here in the US just because of money. You're gonna date a foreign man, and then you just want to be here. And I'm like, is that really like what we want? No, I mean, for me, I'm okay being here in the Philippines, be with someone I love, and okay too if I go to America. And it's never an issue for me whether I'll get a green card or something like that. It's more like how I connect to my partner. Yeah. That's just it.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And also, I'd like to add this, because Filipinos are more like, okay, we want a cute babies. It's like mix of it.
Gotcha. Okay, so that debunks what West women are saying. They're saying that the ugly men are going over there, so if you're being chosen by a Filipina, it means you're not ugly, because they want cute kids. So that debunks that Western culture crap.
Most of the in pageants, most of the women are like half Filipina, half Mexican, half Filipina, half American, half something like that, and they're like so pretty. And like, to me, like personally, why not? I will gonna conceive something like that. It would be great, like cute. Like one day it will be Miss Universe or something like that. just joke, like a joke side of it, but that's my truth. Like, I mean, I want a kid that is like pretty cute, and a mix of it.
Miss Universe, as long as Steve Harvey's not.
Yeah.
As long as he's not there to take the crown away. No, I'm kidding. I love Steve Harvey. He's so funny.
He's fun. I mean, yeah.
I'm gonna tag him in this video. No.
Really, that's just it. I mean, because I know I've been a live streamer for so long, and then I met American men like on my stream. Hey, they have jobs, like 1 to 3 jobs, and they're still struggling in life. Yeah. So like these women who said that they were after of their money. I mean, why? Well, these men are normal. These men are normal. We're not looking for like rich. I mean, wow.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. When somebody's struggling with money, you just don't want them in your lives. Obviously, you're there for the right reasons. You're not there for selfish reasons, and that selfish reason being his bank account. And another good point is the majority of these men that are leaving to other countries and marrying these women, they stay in that country. The majority of them stay in that country. So to say that they're after a green card is like beyond me. I'm sure some of them are. Like, don't get me wrong. I'm sure some of them are, like a small, tiny portion of probably are only for the green cards. But
we can't deny the fact that maybe there are some people who are like more being so practical in life, like struggling, and then they just want a roof, like a jump to whatever life they want, and that's fine. That's their life, right?
Right.
But also, let's not generalize everything that it's about green card. It's about money, financial thing. Filipinos are easy. I mean, we just want someone who can take care of us that we can take care of. It's just it. Yeah,
that's awesome. That's awesome. See, that's why they're so desirable too, is because they have that motherly and that wifely nature in them, and that's being destroyed here in the Western culture, unfortunately. Very sad.
Very sad. I'm sad for the men, and also I'm sad for the women who are not doing those kinds of stuff. But then they're
Yeah.
dragged into it, like it generalizes everyone in West.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So back to the next topic, or the next question is, or not even next question, I guess this is just a bullet point here,
Okay.
is the reasons why Western men are looking for love in other countries. The first point is Western women have lost and completely rejected traditional marriage roles. That's very clear. Social media has conditioned young girls and women into toxic feminist and misandry bullet points. Men are being used, financially disrespected, and cheated on by Western women to the chronic stages. So chronic being like it's constantly happening, I think that's, like, we've already touched upon a lot of those subjects and topics there. That's definitely, there as well. Yeah, crazy. Yeah. So I think what I kind of find funny is, like, these Western women are treating men this way, and then they get mad when the men don't want to deal with them anymore and go somewhere else. It's like, well, who are you to have that? Who are you to have that demand? That demand that they stay with you. It's like, no, that demand was gone the moment that you wanted to disrespect men. The way you are.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Uh-huh.
Yeah. Before we move forward, are there any pros and cons to passport bros leaving their country and going to be with their wife somewhere else?
Yes, I think so. You might wanna, like, do you have like any list on it? Okay, yeah, go ahead.
Yeah,
And then
I have the pros here and the cons.
Okay.
Okay, you want me to list them now?
Yes.
Okay, so the pros I got here are obtain a wife with traditional values, unconditional loyalty and respect, naturally motherly instincts towards children, experiencing new and exciting foods, music, and living of another culture, traditionally obtained their femininity, embracing roles as a wife and mother. Yeah.
Oh,
those are the pros there.
That's the pros. Okay, you see.
Yes.
Other women like that, like, they can be wife material, stuff like that. Okay, mine
Absolutely.
would be, the pros is like enjoying the culture and a cheaper life. If, like, for if they date like Asian or something like that, because like it's cheaper here, like, honestly.
Right.
Like it's real that it's cheap here, but then you can enjoy life. And then also I have here, men can spoil their wives. I mean, their girlfriends too, because they can they have a great value on when it comes to money, and then so when they come here, they can spoil their wives, and not in a bad way, not in a too much way, but like, I know men loves to spoil their women. I think so. Do you agree?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
If I put in a timeline everything that I've spent on my girlfriends, I wish I had that money back. I'll just say that. I wish I had that money in my account right now.
Okay. Okay, see, I got points on there. Okay, the traditional women who knows how to take care of their man. So that's the pros there, because especially we're more on traditional here. We love to take care of our men as much as possible. Cook for them, just take care of them. That's just it. And then the excitement of it, like exchanging culture. I don't know if it's just me. Like, this is my own point of view. I get excited on what I can take from the culture, and then also maybe vice versa, maybe, because the culture here in the Philippines is, I know, different from the West. So I get excited on that. I think that's a pro. And then
I think so too.
Yeah, and here also we believe in marriage. Yeah, and the values of marriage too. We don't have divorce. I don't think it's already passed, but we don't have divorce. So that's a solid if you get married, it's like through thick and thin. For richer, for poorer, it's like that, sickness and in
Yeah,
health. We value that so much. Okay, and also
that
like the
should be.
feminine, yeah, the feminine traits also. Like we're more like uh, girls from the province and also from the city also. We are like more feminine. We don't act
Mm.
like, oh, I can do this, I can do that.
Right,
No,
right,
no,
right.
no. Okay, and then yeah, that's what I said. The beautiful kids. That's the pros that I'm.
Cutie kids.
Yeah, the cute kids too.
Gotcha,
Okay. How
gotcha.
about
Okay.
how about your cons?
Yeah, my cons here.
Okay, let's hear it from you.
Very obvious. I've been into two long distance relationships, and that's very hard. So I
Mm-hmm.
put here cons are long distance. Making the
That's
time
it.
for each other. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
One must leave their culture to be with the other, which could be a con, like that culture shock and trying to adapt
Ah.
and accumulate to that culture.
Mm-hmm.
Could be a negative aspect of being in that type of relationship.
Mm-hmm. But
I-
love knows, what's that? Love knows no
No
boundary.
bounds.
Yeah.
Yes. Yep,
Okay.
exactly.
Okay.
Exactly. Yeah, I think it's safe to say, I think we both agree, like when you're in love with somebody, home is where they are.
Yeah,
It doesn't
it's
matter
always
where
like
you're
that.
at or what you have. Their home is them. They are your home. Yeah.
Okay.
Adapting to a new culture can be a challenge. Is another con. Expenses to move and deal with logistics. Freedoms and rights change based on which culture
Oh,
is
yeah.
chosen to live in. Yep.
Okay.
And then less time with direct family and holidays. Yeah.
See, that's the consequence of having someone from like not in the same country, or yeah,
Yeah.
that's it. Your family.
Absolutely. Yeah.
But
Got to make
yeah.
time for that now and plan it out.
It's also expensive if you like, guys were gonna fly, especially when you have family already, like your kids, and you're gonna fly. Well, love is just like that. It's magic, It works in mysterious ways. Well,
Absolutely.
okay, so are
Absolutely.
you done with your
Yeah.
cons?
Yep, that's
Okay,
everything.
so
Go for it.
mine would be, mine is like some are using innocent women, because they know that, oh, these women are more like they don't know much about stuff, so especially like dating women from the province, there are cases that foreign men will gonna be like using them, or because they don't know much and they speak
Right.
like a little like English too. Yeah, yeah. And then I put here, and also there are men that who thinks that oh, women are cheap there. Like I don't like that. No, I've seen also some men are like that. They go to Thailand. They go to just to have a bunches of women that they're gonna sleep with every night, and that's like it's like hurting my eyes, or like knowing that these men from the West are doing this. It should not be like that. Okay,
Absolutely.
people think women are after the green cards. I have told this one. We have we have like something like that going on still now. If you're dating a foreigner, then they're gonna think that, oh, she's just after with the money and
Yeah.
stuff like that.
Right.
Maybe something else. So we're just after with something else.
Yeah.
Okay. Time differences. Yeah, I think it goes also to the long distance. Yeah, same with that.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, that's just it. That's my cons. That's all.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
and
awesome.
I wrote something here about why Western women thinks what Western women thinks about passport pros, or like Asians, based on this is like a reaction for me. Like I think I had some of my reactions earlier, but the one of it is like Asians can be easily brainwashed, and that's not really true. Yeah, that's not really
Right.
true. We're not like
Right.
that. We're not easily can be easily brainwashed.
Hmm.
They think of that those women who thinks like, oh, they don't have education. Are you sure?
Right. No, it's funny they say, like, again, kind of debunking that argument is like, well, the funny thing is here, especially in the Western culture, and I think even in like Asian culture as well, they have the highest education rates right now. So how are they so why are you claiming that they're so gullible and they're so, like, easily manipulative or
Manipulated.
manipulatable? Sorry.
Yeah.
That makes no sense to me.
Okay, that's just it. I think I hit my bullet points there. Okay, that is
Awesome.
How about you? Do you have
Awesome. Thank you.
anything to say about like more?
No. No, I think like it's not. There is no right and wrong answers. I think we just these are from our perspective and from our experiences and what we see as far as like topics being shared with you guys. These are our opinions at the end of the day. We could be completely wrong about everything. Just a disclaimer: we could be wrong about everything. Obviously, we're sharing our theories and we're sharing our opinions because we don't believe we are wrong. But yeah, there is no right and wrong answers.
No right or
to
wrong.
this.
Yes.
Yeah, to something like this. Yeah,
Do
exactly.
you have any questions like there? Do you have any questions?
No, you've answered them all.
Wow. Okay.
The next bullet point here is, how does it affect the dating scene? I don't know if this is like a Western. I would say it's more like it's affecting Western culture more because
Yeah.
I think, or actually, you know what? No, I could be wrong. I think I'm wrong in there. It's affecting, Asian culture as well. Men going over there, it's creating a whole new playing field now.
I know.
Yeah.
And I know that they're like affecting slowly because women started to like there's a lot of men from different places now in the world that's coming here and they just want to have fun. And
Yeah.
also these women are
Yeah.
like, oh, okay, it's fun because like we're having fun. Well,
Right.
what they don't think is that like they're adopting the Western like culture. I mean behavior of like jumping to like sleeping with these foreign men, and then they think that it's okay, and which is really
Yeah.
not. Like I don't
Yeah,
think
no,
that
it's
it's
not.
really good. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not. You have to have self-respect for yourself, and on top of that, respect others, and realize that we all come from different backgrounds, different realities, different, upbringings and stuff like that. Yeah, it's just you can't constantly be looking after for yourself and trying to benefit from other people. It's just that's not okay. That's not a good mindset to have. It's very
Yeah.
toxic. Yeah,
True.
unfortunately.
And it's sad to see women like they're just gonna go to bars where there's a lot of foreign men or they're just
Right.
sleep with them. Like
Hmm.
girls, you should know that if they're doing that, there's just more chances of having a disease. It will pass. That's all I care about these women. Like, be careful in yourself. Take care of yourself. Look
care of your
out
health.
for yourself. Yeah, of your health especially. You might enjoy it now, but then like let's not hope that you will have that because it's increasing. The HIV cases in Philippines are increasing. So I think this is a good chance for me to say like be aware of that. Like don't just enjoy like the companion of someone just because you're like, oh, he's a foreign guy, or maybe like it's cool to be
Yeah.
with him, and like
Right.
no, just have what's this like get yourself together, like pull it together as much as possible. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Okay.
And
That's just
prevent
all.
as much.
Yes, prevent
Yeah.
it. Yeah. No, if he's your crush, then take time.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
Take time.
Make sure
Get
it's
to know the
genuine and
person.
authentic.
Yeah,
Yeah,
then
let
make
it be
sure that
authentic
it's.
first.
Yeah, that's it. Okay. What else?
So I put here how it affects dating scene here in the West, at least for the Western culture of women. I mean, you made it very clear that they are complaining on TikTok, saying, you know, like saying all these obscene things about Asian women and the men that are leaving them for them. But with that, I think comes also is like women are beginning to regret their actions and attitude towards men. An epidemic of lonely men and women are starting to speak out about these lonely experiences, which is a good thing because it means that, you know, the more that something bad is being aware of, or brought to light, we can do something about it. You know, moving on. It's creating a distance in interaction between men and women. And I put here in brackets, men refuse to flirt or approach women now. And now they're complaining about it. You know, they're saying men don't approach us. Men don't talk to us. They're cowards and this and that. Well, it's like, well, no, there's something behind that there's a reason why that's happening, you know. Yeah.
Coming from a man who's from West.
Yes. Yeah.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Well.
Yeah. So.
Okay.
Yeah, those are my little points there for how it's affecting the dating scene.
Okay. Okay. That's just it. Like no more.
No, that's it. Yeah, that's all
Okay.
I have. I'm sure there's other things, but that's all I could think of. Yeah.
Yeah, I have a little note here just to like add these things about dating life and dating stuff. I think more on okay. Before dating, make sure you're ready to commit and ready to grow in a relationship. That's just it. Regardless, it will be a passport bro or someone from your country or from somewhere. It should always be you're ready for commitment and you're ready to grow in a relationship, because it's not just because you are looking for convenient partner, not just because of money and lifestyle, and not just because you are not happy with yourself.
Yeah. True. Very true. Wow. That's very true. I like that a lot.
Okay.
She hasn't shared her notes with me yet, so this is the first time I'm hearing them. So, great job, awesome, great notes.
Really? Yeah, I forgot to put that on. I think I did. I think I did.
I haven't seen. I haven't.
The additional.
You're talking about our Trello?
Yeah, I put it in our notes. Yeah, I think, but I don't think that I put the additional one. I did
It's
not.
okay.
Yeah, I did.
It's okay, no worries.
I did not put. Okay, it was like
It's
the
all
last
good.
one that I wrote. So yeah, that's it. I mean, like all this, like this topic, passport bro, you should. I mean, for men and also for women, it goes down to the core of like your intention of why you want a relationship. That's just it.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely, cool, awesome. Another point here, we put financial status. Basically, just said financial support is needed to maintain a life/marriage with somebody. I think that goes for any marriage. That goes for any relationship. I don't know why I put that there. Random.
Okay.
Yeah. So we have some additional questions before we close. You wrote, how many of your friends have been married to a different nationality?
Ooh. I guess I had one or two. Yeah, one or two.
Okay. Yeah. Here in America, like dating somebody with a different nationality than you, it's super common. Super common. It's so funny when people say like, oh, America's racist and we're not diverse enough. That couldn't be further from the truth, in my opinion. We have Mexicans dating blacks, we have black people dating white people, we have white people dating Asians dating Mexicans. It's everywhere. It's an awesome like mixture pot,
Mix.
Mixed cultures and stuff like that here in America. And so here, like, I know a bunch of people who have dated different nationalities because it's normal here in the U.S.
Okay.
It's very normal. Yeah.
It becomes normal too here in the Philippines now. Like if you're marrying to a foreigner from US or Europe, maybe Australia, it's not like same as before. Like something like there's like
Right.
Now it's like, oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, it's getting normal. And I think it's awesome. I think that's a cool thing, the fact that we live in a world where you can date outside of like your race and date outside of your culture. I think that's awesome. As long as you're finding someone who has the same morals and values and goals as yourself, there's nothing wrong with it, in my opinion.
Yeah, and not
awesome.
be judged by people's eyes. That's awesome world to live in. I hope people are gonna get that, like let's stop judging people like based on who they date, because we don't know their stories. Maybe they come up with the good stories, hear those.
Yeah, and not just that, but like you said, God needs to be the center of the marriage and stuff like that. How do you know it's not God's plan that these people are together? You know what I mean? Like it could be God ordained.
Yes, true. Who knows?
Who knows? Who knows what their children are for and in the future? And that's how I see it.
Yes. Okay.
A question for myself is from this came from me, I believe. Is are women getting into these marriages with passport bros? Are they going in for the right reasons? Is it authentic connection? Is it an authentic connection? And not only for self-beneficial tactics for her.
You might want to answer your own question.
I don't know. I'm not. How do I answer that question? I'm asking you. Like, do you think that these women are going into relationships and marriages with passport bros for the right reason, being there's an actual authentic connection there between these two people, or do you think that they're doing it because of status and they're doing it or because of money to take care of their family?
To be fair, there are women who will gonna go practical reasons. They're gonna go for someone who has who earns more on like how they earn, but that doesn't.
Right.
Let's not take away the the reason. Maybe like she just fall in love. I mean, what else? Like she just fall in love with a guy and everything works out. So like genuine connection. We're not in a position to judge a relationship really, regardless of they're dating someone foreign or not, because that's their life, and let's respect people's but also we have our own opinion. But if we if I have something not good to say, I'd rather not say it, because I might hurt someone's feeling.
Right.
Yeah.
That's true. Yeah, but I also think that there's a difference between judging and just stating the obvious.
Stating the obvious.
Like, for example, what we did here is we're stating the obvious. There is an epidemic of men leaving Western culture to be with other women in different cultures. Like, that's a fact. That's what's happening. And the reason why is because of how these women are treating men here in the U.S. So it's like that's not judging. It's just we're showing you the evidence. Like, guys, this is why this is happening. And if you don't want it to happen anymore, then maybe step out of that that type of life and that type of attitude and those types of tactics that you have towards men, and start to see things differently. Maybe start respecting each other.
Evaluate yourself. Am I feminine? Like, do I have the feminine traits right now?
Right.
Or
motherly traits, wifely traits. As a man, am I a protector?
Do I listen to my man when he's saying something? I might disagree, but like how you react to it, that's the important thing. Like how you react on things, regardless of boyfriend, you argue with boyfriend, or like it's in general. Like how you react is the important thing that matter in the world.
Yeah. True. Absolutely. Because I think all men want is like if there is a disagreement, they just want the woman to approach them respectfully and just talk to them. Like, just talk to us like humans. Like you don't have to yell at us. You don't have to treat us like garbage or like trash. Just talk to us calmly, and let's figure this out together. If you're not happy with something and I'm not happy with something, let's find that middle ground.
Middle ground, yeah.
Yeah, but, let's compromise. That's
but also
very important.
There are men who's not like that.
That's true. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, it's not just a woman thing.
who is like their anger, like they can't hold it and they just like say bad
lash out.
things. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that's not okay. That's not okay. Even after the relationship I was in, I didn't say mean or bad things to her. No matter
Very
how
good.
angry I got or that I was pushed to, I never belittled her with my words or called her names or anything like that.
Well, that's good. That's good to know.
You got it. As much as I wanted to, as
Oh.
I didn't.
as you wanted to. Okay.
And yeah, closing statement, or not closing statement, closing question
Okay. What is
is to you from me. Is this a brief culture trend, or will it swap again over time?
it? Oh, wow. That's a great question.
Is it a trend, or do you think it's gonna get to a point where it continues to happen and then it just switches back to normal?
I think with what's happening now, where technology, social media is like there, I think this is like going far. Because based on how I see it on social media, it's like flood, that it's like rushing
Right.
to feeds. And well, what I want is like, I hope this podcast will gonna be like somehow the model of, we should keep the traditional, like the one that is not in that kind of direction.
Right.
Yeah,
Yep.
because we need genuine people. We need more like affection when it comes to love, when it comes to respecting other people, not just relationship, not just finding love,
Yeah.
but also like respecting each other. Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah. Prayerdise podcast, bringing back the passion.
Yes. That's why we're here, just to make I know your feeds are too much of those, and if you come across with our video, let this be your reminder that there's still people are like this, and you have still a chance to be like this and not go for that kind of trend or whatever you call it. Yeah.
Absolutely. And even if you disagree with us, I hope that there's at least something tiny that kind of spoke to you in any way, or don't let, just because you disagree with us either on all points, half points, or a small percentage of the points. Like, please give us the time and chance, to tell you some more stuff. You might get something out of it.
Yes.
we could disagree and still be civil and still care about each other.
Yes. That's
Absolutely.
that's the world needs.
Yeah.
Well,
Exactly.
what the world needs is
Love.
okay, love. Of course.
No, I'm gonna cut that out.
Okay,
I'm gonna cut that out. That was
okay. He's
embarrassing.
singing, guys. He's singing now. He's singing. Okay, can we have more singing right now?
No, thank you.
No, thank you.
I can't hear myself, so
Well,
I don't know if I'm on key or not.
okay.
So that's all the notes. That's everything.
Yeah, that's
We got
everything.
through
I
it all.
already laid down all my notes and points. Yeah.
I think that was the smoothest episode we've ever recorded.
Yes.
That
Wow.
went really smooth. Awesome. Well, I think that's everything we have for today, guys. Passport Bros. Leave in the comments if you think that it's a trend or if it's something that's here to stay. Also, if you have any experience in that world, please feel free to share. And don't forget to like, subscribe, click the bell button. We're here for you. Yeah, every
Yes.
Wednesday.
Every Wednesday, let's see each other. Let's talk, sit down, relax.
Yep. Absolutely. Absolutely. So, with that being said, guys, that's everything we have for you today. I'm gonna let May lead us out in prayer as always, and from there on out, we'll see you guys next Wednesday.
Okay, let's just put ourselves in holy presence of the Lord as we say, "In Father, the Son, the Holy Spirit." Amen. Lord, thank you so much for this wonderful day that we have another episode for this podcast. Thank you so much to the people who are here watching us. I hope you will give them more blessings, healthy life, and a more peaceful peace of mind. And also, we thank you, Lord, for this wonderful topic that we had. I hope this can enlighten or somehow enlighten those people who are like struggling about their love life and their relationship towards others. And I hope people are gonna see this as their uh, as a lesson or like learning for them to maybe change something, because we wanted back the traditional one, and we don't want a world that's not on your will. So I hope you can provide us with a good emotional state. I mean, mental health also. Please take care of it. And Lord, thank you so much for all the blessings that we receive, me and Toko especially. And bless this podcast, Lord. We want more, more episodes for this, and I hope we can touch people's life through this podcast. And this all I ask through Christ our Lord. Amen. Father, Son, Holy Spirit.
Amen.
Amen.
Awesome. Good job. Good
Good
prayer.
job.
Before we leave, is there any last
Wow.
final thoughts that you have, or
Final
anything you want to
thoughts?
say?
Um,
Yes.
in finding love, whether it's Passport Pro or what, um, just always put God at the center, and
Mm.
He will guide you to the right person.
Yeah.
That's all.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. And what do you say to the viewers that don't believe in God?
Oh. Um, don't worry, you'll believe in it like as you watch us.
There you go. There you go.
Yeah, as you watch us, I know like it's oh well, we respect your like how what's your belief too,
Opinions.
opinions too. So yeah, but I hope
Yeah, we're very
we
open
become
here, guys.
friends. Yeah, but we're all friends
So-
here.
Yeah, we're very open here to other beliefs and opinions, but we have our own, and we're, solid in those beliefs for sure. Yeah, so,
Mhm. How about you?
Is that
How about you?
what
What's your
do I
final
say?
thoughts?
My final thoughts of today is I'm hungry. No, I'm kidding. Where my Lay's chips go?
Oh my god, he's hungry. Okay.
Yeah. Today's episode is sponsored by Leather Passport Holders.
Okay.
I got nothing. That's all I got.
That's all you got.
That's all I
Okay,
got.
the question is like we're gonna put it. Will you be a passport bro? Again
I
and
don't know. I
again?
tried twice now, and they say 3 times a charm, so maybe we'll see. We'll
Okay.
see.
Okay.
Well, guys, with that being said, that is the conclusion to this episode. We want to thank you guys so much for joining us and staying for as long as you did. On that note, I am Tokamoto,
And this is Queen TV.
and you just listened to
Prayerdise.
Prayerdise. Yay!
We can't really sing, guys. Maybe one day we're gonna
It's okay.
sing.
Maybe,
Okay.
yeah. Well, maybe we'll see.
Yeah. See you on the next episode. Bye.
Yep. Have a good week, guys. See you soon.